All right, back at the hotel, and this is as bright as it gets. It's really a dim hotel, but it's a really nice, but like bourgeois, nice hotel. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, so if anyone that wants to know, whenever I go to Konami events, I try always talking to the exact Konami employees. I try finding some time to just jump in there and just throw my question at them, and hopefully I can get an answer. This time I was really fortunate. I actually talked to two Konami employees and got a lot of questions answered that I wanted. The first one, and probably the most important one, the reason I really, I don't care what was going to happen, is going to get answered. And the guy was really nice, by the way, Konami employee, was about the distribution in Brazil. In South America in general, specifically Brazil. And to all my Brazilian paisanos out there, I feel for you guys. I feel so horrible about the situation you guys are in. I really do. And if you guys don't know the whole situation, Brazilian players they're part of the TCG, but they're not getting cards in the same time as we're getting it here in the States or anywhere else. And I went to the Konami employee and I talked about that, and the reason why is because of customs. You see, customs in Brazil is what's holding you guys back. For anyone out there that's from Brazil or want to know about Brazil's situation, they're not getting the cards on time. And it's really, realistically, nothing else other than customs. As it was explained to me, and I am paraphrasing, but as it was explained to me, the only way Konami can forego that whole situation is to open up a Konami distribution center of the trading card game inside of Brazil, which, from my gathering of what was going to happen, is not likely. Unfortunately, until the Brazilian customs has been resolved or is going to be resolved, this will continue indefinitely. So to all my Brazilian players, once again, I'm really sorry what you guys are going through. I cannot imagine hearing about the TCG and hearing about all these decks and hearing about everything, and you guys getting in sets way later, if you get some of them at all. The distribution company and the stores are not responsible. Please do not blame them for my Brazilian players. It specifically is your customs and your government, unfortunately. And until that ever gets fixed, there's a good chance you guys might have this problem forever. In fact, not only would you continue to have this problem, it might actually get worse as Konami keeps pushing in product from anywhere else to Brazil. And the Brazilian customs keep going. It's going to be more money. It's going to be more money. It's going to be money. And that could cause more issues in the future. But as it stands right now, the only issue with you guys is your customs. Once again, I do apologize for you guys. I really did try. I really tried to see if I could talk to Konami and figure out a way. And there was none. And it eats at me because I love the TCG. And I love all my paisanos. And you guys down in Brazil do deserve better. And hopefully you guys can find some kind of resolution to that. I'm sorry, guys. To anyone else out there, as far as YouTubers recording at Yu-Gi-Oh events, this is a big one. I always bring it up because I want to hear what Konami has to say, each individual employee. And what was brought to me, as I asked, hey, what about content creators recording all throughout the event? What was brought to me was that it would be highly unlikely for us content creators to record all around the event. That's exactly what was brought to me. Ironically, as the UDS event, and this final UDS event here in the States, had maybe, I don't know, more content creators had the opportunity to go and promote these events, it'd be a lot better. It'd be a lot more easier for everybody else, you guys out there, to see why these events were an absolute amazing event and how you absolutely have to come. Definitely over YCS, definitely over regions, to the UDS. But being the fact that you guys only had a blog to go for, obviously you guys didn't understand, or maybe you didn't fully grasp how amazing a UDS is. And being the fact that you didn't grasp that, you didn't went to UDS, and this event had low attendance. I mean, I did a regionals once again last week in Indianapolis, over 500 players. The UDS is a better version of the regionals. We had 251 players. And that's once again because a lot of players obviously didn't want to go to Oklahoma, and yeah, I don't blame you. And also because a lot of players were like, well, what's in it? What's the goal of this UDS? What can I get other than the main event or other than the extra stuff? And I feel for you guys, and that's because you guys haven't been shown it fully. And once again, the only thing you have to compare to that is what's written in Konami's website, as well as a blog. And I told Konami, I'm like, you guys got to stop with this out-of-date blog. One of them smiled at me, but I think they kind of know the blog's out of date, but I don't think they know any other medium to really reach out to you guys, unfortunately. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, but hey, what do I know? My next question asks to Konami. Oh, by the way, I'm a little bit of a smart ass. Tulsa, Oklahoma in general is what's called a single-party consent state. Now, some states are single-party consent states, and some places are not. But specifically here in Oklahoma, it is what's called a single-party consent state. What that means is if I go to somebody and I start recording somebody, and someone stops and goes, "Hey, wait a minute, I don't want to be recorded." Since it's a single-party consent state, I do not need your consent. As long as I am not recording you in any kind of like surveillance, I can record you. So I'm recording somebody, I'm doing a deck file, someone's getting recorded, and someone walks past by and they go, "Hey, I don't want to be on camera." It's a single party consent state. I'm recording this guy, I'm not recording you without your knowledge, you turn and acknowledge me. So I actually told the Konami employee, I go, "Why can't I record on this event, the UDS?" Being the fact that Oklahoma is a single party consent state law. They smiled at me, they gave me one of these, they went, because they knew exactly what I meant. What I mean by that is, besides the fact that I can, and legally, 100% allowed to record at events, such as the UDS, the reason I am not allowed to record at events is specifically because Konami will not allow us to record at events. So every time you go to a Konami employee at any event, and they go, "Well, we can't record because of the laws," they're wrong. In this event, they're wrong. And I guarantee you, I'll look online whenever I travel to my next event. I'm looking to go to Charlotte. After that, maybe Connecticut. And then, of course, Nationals in Florida. I'm going to check each and every one of those states. But if those are single-party consent states, then it's only Konami that's holding me and my other fellow YouTubers back from recording content. And that's absolutely atrocious. That is how petty this company is, and how much this company does not want to take the extra initiative to allow us content creators to record content. So it's something I just ousted. Obviously, the Konami employee, the minute I said that, they knew they were basically caught in that. They were like, "Damn it." So they were like, "Well, it's a Konami rule, blah, blah, blah." And the minute I heard that, I go, "Okay, so your company specifically doesn't allow us to record." Maybe it's the OCG doing it. Maybe it's Konami Japan. I'm not going to 100% blame Konami TCG. But at least there's that like, "Oh, because of the laws." That's not true. You go to a Pokemon event like I did, you can record. You go to a Magic the Gathering event like I did, you can record. You go to any other TCG event, you can record except Konami Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. So I just want to throw that out there to you guys. One more thing I did ask the Konami employees. When I went to a Pokemon event last year at Pokemon Nationals, I've been going to a lot of events as well. The coolest thing about these events is you are allowed to go ahead, you're allowed to go ahead and pre-register for the event. So I can pre-register right now for Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS Charlotte, let's say, if it was Pokemon, okay? From now until 8 in the morning of the day of the event, I can edit my deck list. I can choose my entire deck with a new deck at that event up to 8 in the morning of the event. Sometimes it's 8:30, by the way. I can pay online, so every time when I go online, all they would need from me is my ID. I show my ID and I get my packs or goodie bag. And once again, I want to emphasize, as it was explained to me, and I am paraphrasing, but the reason why, because everyone in Konami wants to do this, but the reason why people in Konami cannot do this is because there's an issue with the packs, the promo packs. And I believe I think it was told to me as if it was a regionals, which makes no sense because, hey, Konami, you do YCS, or you used to do UDS, you can do that as well, but anyway, it was explained to me as a regionals, and there's an issue with the packs, and that's the reason why they cannot do this online registration, online deck editing, which would be phenomenal. They cannot do any of this yet until that issue has been resolved. Now, are they wanting to have the issue resolved? Yes, they are working towards that. But as of now, that is the only hiccup in what should be something that should have been done a very, 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 very long time ago. Hopefully in the future this can be resolved. Hopefully we can also, another thing I asked Konami, is it going to be an event to replace the UDS? Instead of saying no, they just said, "Well, we'll see." Okay, you can just say yes. Like, guys, well, no, we'll see. I got to figure it out. Just say yes to me, dude. Yes or no. You know, but anyway, the answer's gonna be yes. By the way, there's gonna be a replacement event. Once again, as I interpreted it, I just want to throw it out there as far as that. But yeah, other than that, the UDS was a phenomenal event. It was a really competitive event. It was 8 rounds with 251 players. Top 8 cut. People that were X2 did not make it to top 8, to top 32 the next day. Good luck to everybody out there who was playing the event. By the time you see this video, they would have already played the events, but it's a phenomenal event, and I'm really excited to go tomorrow to do a bunch of the side events. And I'm even more excited to go and not only do side events, but get more footage for you guys as best as I can possibly get footage-wise. I don't think Konami's been to the point where they used to crack down on content creators like they used to, follow content creators around convention centers. I don't think they have done that, but they do keep notes of those who are recording. They are watching Big Brother. And once again, as someone who's a diehard fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, someone who's played this game since it came out here in the States, it's sad to see the low progression as far as these rule changes that should have been done a long time ago. It's sad to see that. And I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of changes right now happening within the game. But it's very sad to see these instances and circumstances that we're in as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. It's absolutely horrifying and disheartening to see this. Konami saying most likely not, that it won't let us record, really hurts them promoting their brand and their product. And games like Pokemon, I'm not even joking you, when I said, can I record over here? They said, please do. Whereas Konami said, you can record in the corner, anywhere else you'll get kicked out of an event. I spent a lot of money to get this event. If I'm kicked out tomorrow, I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe I'll play nationals. Maybe I'll play a regional here and there. But as a person, as a player, as a longtime customer who spent an insane amount of money in this game and who loves this game, it will be disheartening. And I think maybe Konami at least acknowledges that. I haven't seen nobody kicked out at the event for recording or for anything other than that. So at least it's good to see that. But it is really upsetting to see that. And it's really horrible that Konami, it took this long to even come to this conclusion. And realistically, even then, say laws when it wasn't really the law. It was really Konami not letting us content creators record videos footage. And to my friends in Brazil, once again, Konami is trying. They really are trying. And it sucks to see the situation you guys are in. And I hope it gets resolved in a better way for you guys. But yeah, that's my conversation with Konami, guys. I'll try to ask some more questions tomorrow. I'll post in my community tab. You guys have me subscribed on my channel. I'll post on my community tab any questions to ask them. Please don't ask stupid questions like, why can't you make Ultimate Rare, blah, blah, blah. Like real questions, guys, for the game's sake, please. I'm just going to jump in there and ask some questions. They might ignore me. They might not ignore me. But I would love to have more questions answered. And we'd love to have your questions answered, guys, because you guys definitely ask a lot of great questions that are made to the heart of the game to make this game better, because that's my ultimate goal. My goal is always to make this game better. I don't care about Konami, to be honest with you. I don't care about anything. I just care about the game. My love is for the game. And by Konami, who runs the game, if we get asked the right questions or we can steer them the right way, hopefully we see a future in which they will make changes that will benefit the game, even more so than now, in all due respect, because it definitely has been a lot different than what it used to be. So I do appreciate that. But guys, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button for the only YouTuber who actually asks Konami questions that they don't want to answer, they don't want to hear, and who does this research to promote the benefit of the game. I'll talk to you later, Paisanos.